What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another movie night. Uh, got my friend Slasher McSplitter. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Greetings. Greetings and salutations, everybody.
Uh,
Thanks for
got
having me here.
Austinator. Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having me here, Jake.
Always. The Austinator in the chat. Slasher, you don't count.
I don't? Okay.
Yeah, you do. You do. What's up, Truth
Postinator,
Apocalypse?
Truth Apocalypse. How you guys doing?
What's up, guys? Oh, so we just got through watching this little movie called The Raid Redemption. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Uh, subtitled and all, it didn't matter. It was a nice little action flick.
Could I ask you
Really?
something?
Sure.
What made you think you weren't going to like it? Because I suggested it?
Yes and no.
It had something to do with it.
Well, come on, man. You still got a lot of making up to do for Undefeatable.
I told you how bad Undefeatable was before we watched it.
But yet we still watched it, though. Come
Yeah,
on.
we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, but this was the. You cannot compare this to you cannot compare Undefeatable to this. You can't.
Oh,
you
hell
really
no.
can't.
This is
You
like
really
Mortal
can't.
Kombat with fucking guns.
It kind of is like Mortal Kombat with guns. There's a lot of brutal fatalities in this.
Not brutal. Flat out gory for what
Yeah.
it is.
Although we watched the unrated version,
yeah.
but you said the rated and unrated version are the same.
Well,
running time. How is it the same running time though? That's weird.
I have no clue. Let's find out. We're not going to get no real answers. I'm just making sure that I looked at it properly. Okay. The Raid Redemption, 101 minutes. The Raid Redemption, unrated, 101 minutes.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they heavily edited a lot of those, because they did all right,
bro, come on, you know they edited that shit.
Or he jumps and slams that guy's head onto a piece of a broken door. All right. Anyway, before we start talking about the parts of the movie,
yeah, man.
I guess we'll explain the story for everyone who didn't watch this movie.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
this is my first time seeing it, so go ahead, take the wheel.
Well, they're a SWAT team. I believe this movie was Indonesian. They're a SWAT team who's going in to storm this building held by this madman and his two goons, and he's letting tenants stay in the building, and we see at the end that they got the drug lab going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, the SWAT team, they're supposed to go from floor to floor, all nice and quiet.
Did you just say the SWAT team?
Yeah, SWAT team. I did say SWAT team, but
oh, okay, all right, my bad.
Although that guy leading them was a SWAT, that guy was fucking
douchebag.
Oh my god, he's the white devil of the movie. He was evil. All right. So this is 2012, 2011, 2012. I guess
2012, yeah.
I guess we could go into spoilers talking about this movie, right?
Well, you can if you want, but I'm pretty sure. Well, Austinator says he doesn't think he's heard of Raid. Austin, really, man, everybody's heard of Raid, man. It's a fucking bug spray. Yeah, it's a 2012. It's I think it would be safe, to can talk about it a little bit. You know, we ain't gonna give everything away, but you know, we can talk about it. You know,
All right. Well,
go
it starts
ahead.
with that. It starts with that guy at home, and he's like doing like chin ups, shit like that. And you see, he's got a wife with a baby on the way, and yet he goes into this fucking. He goes
Yeah,
into this.
yeah, I know. Don't make no damn sense.
Well, it kind of does when you think about it. It kind of does when you think about it because there's a certain person that's part of the gang that he knows. Remember that. They do let us know that at the end of the movie. Well, in the middle of
Right,
the movie.
right.
But what did you like about the movie?
What did I like about it?
Yeah.
All the guns, man, the fighting. I'm not a big martial arts fan, but I have seen a few of them through the years, and even the very first Mortal Kombat. Just for I just like the fighting. You know, pardon me. Um, you know, like Bloodsport, Kickboxer. Um,
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah.
you know, I just, you know, I don't watch them all the time, but I do like them from time to time.
Same,
Um,
same thing.
because you know, growing up, we had black belt theater. You know, my dad was all in that, man. Uh, I couldn't tell you what night of the week it was, but it was a different kung fu or karate movie.
Oh yeah, we
Every
used to. Yeah, in the '80s we had that too.
yeah, yeah. You know,
Saturday afternoons. It was normally
I'm not,
Saturday afternoons around here.
you know, I'm not completely against you know martial arts movies. I've seen some pretty cool ones. I've seen some dumb ones, but this one, when I watched the trailer Monday night, you know, after I finished streaming, I was like, okay, yeah, because that one guy you said, you know, he got dribbled onto the
Oh
cement
yeah.
into the cement, man. That was in the trailer. I saw that. I'm like, oh damn,
Off the
that's
wall, like all the
yeah,
way down.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna bash your head off every part of this wall to the floor.
But there's one thing about the movie I didn't quite understand. Besides the language,
Well, we had subtitles for that.
they fought their way in. They all were armed. They're fighting against armed people. I can count on one hand how many times somebody picked up a weapon from
Uh,
somebody else.
yeah, they weren't picking up other weapons. I noticed that.
Ammo, weapons, weaponry. You know, they were just using what was on hand. God, I
Well,
lost count how many fucking machetes were running around, but nobody wanted to grab a machete.
well, also, going back to what were you saying? How they weren't picking up weapons, right?
Right.
They were. It wasn't just a martial arts movie. For like the first, Jesus Christ, what did it seem like? The first 20 minutes or 30 minutes, even.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
all shooting at each other. They're fucking
Yeah.
shooting at each other nonstop.
Yeah.
I'd say it
Yeah.
was probably about 25 to 30 minutes of a lot of bullets flying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
And then
dropped
when
their
they
weapon, and guess what? They ain't picking that bitch up. They're gonna
uh
fight it out
no,
now.
or they weren't going back to the previous spot and picking up the weapons of the dead guys they just shot. You know.
Yeah, that's what they call field stripping a corpse. You know, you grab necessarily, you know, ammo, probably more armor,
You would think in a
other
situation like
supplies.
that too. You would think in a
Yeah,
situation like that too, right?
yeah, yeah. But all in all, man, there was very little I really didn't like about this movie. I'm a very slow reader. That's what I'm saying. The subtitles threw me off, you know, because you mentioned it to me, you know. As long as I ain't had no in-depth reading to do, I was good. I was paying attention to what was going on, not
Oh, they were all. Yeah,
not
they were.
necessarily what was being said.
Oh, they were all pretty much with all the subtitles is pretty much very brief sentences. So it's not like you had to read a paragraph or anything.
Except for the boss at the end, that motherfucker didn't know when to shut up. Until he got shut up, but that's
Oh,
okay.
you mean the end,
Yeah, yeah,
the very end.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. I I enjoyed it. I really did. Um,
Did this make up for Undefeatable,
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I did.
or is that an unforgivable sin?
Undefeatable is unforgivable. Yeah,
Unforgivable. It should be called unforgivable.
but hey, that's okay. That's all right. I know. I know it was all right, but I know you wasn't. I know you didn't mind Crawl that much, but
Oh no,
to me,
I thought it was awesome.
this movie beat Crawl to me, just for the action that was in it. And it was steady moving. It may seem slow in a few spots, but it was
I
story
don't think.
based.
See, I didn't feel that anything was slow. I'd say
Well,
once they hit that truck
mm-hmm.
after he leaves his pregnant wife. Once they hit that truck and they're telling you the mission. I don't know. I was like, okay, like
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but like
put
where the
my
guys were
seatbelt
talking,
on.
and the guys in the apartment talking. That was a little slow, but there was a point behind it. But that's what I mean. I'm talking about where the movie just slowed down, not slow spots. Conversations had to happen at some
Oh yeah,
point.
yeah, of course.
Uh,
Okay, and the very first scene you see the main bad guy. The very first scene you see the main bad guy. What does he do, JJ?
yeah, it was. And I'm gonna be honest. About half an hour into it, I'm like, you remember me asking, "Is this a good guy? Is this a good guy? Who the fuck's a good guy?" I couldn't tell nobody from nobody. I couldn't tell you who was what. Um, so, but I caught on after things started moving along. I caught on. I was like, "Oh, okay, now this is making more sense." Uh,
Okay, well we'll go into a spoiler, I guess, here because at the end of the movie, a guy you think is a good guy is a bad guy, and a guy
yeah.
who you think is a bad guy ends up being a good guy. So
Wait a minute. You mean the dude in the apartment was a good guy?
I'm talking about the okay, spoiler
Wait,
alert
I know
here.
the white haired
The
guy
brother, the
and
brother, yeah, the
okay,
brother
gotcha,
of the very first SWAT team guy you see in the movie.
got you. Okay, I'm keeping up now. Yeah, it's there was very little I didn't like about this movie. Like I said, other than the subtitles, and I was able to keep up with some of it, but some of them, like just like motherfucker, it's so quick. If you're not paying attention, you miss what they say. Um, it's the slow ones that just popped up on the screen and left. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Um, but the longer sentences, I had time to kind of breeze through it a little bit. But I haven't watched too many subtitled movies. Uh, Not like that anyway. I for some dumb reason in the middle of the night, I used to put a movie on to play and keep the volume down real low
Uh
and
huh.
turn the subtitles on. And while I can't fall asleep, I'll sit there and just read through it as the movie's playing through. But something
I don't. Subtitles ain't a big thing to me. They're not a big thing to me. I know they
now
are to some people. I know they are to some
say
people.
20 years ago wouldn't have been a problem. I'd have been able to keep up with it, but my eyesight's shit.
Ah,
Uh,
yeah.
so it's like, okay, got it. All right, got it. And then because I'm trying to keep from reading because the more you're spent reading, you're missing what's going on. And I was
Uh huh.
trying not to miss what was going on. That's why I was saying, as long as I got to read a bunch of shit that I don't need to know, then I'm good. Um, that was the only thing to me. If it had been dubbed, It'd have been a great movie, man.
Well, also, all right, if someone just like say you're the type of person that just wants to fucking jack off to action movies and shit, it's not like you need to read the subtitles with this. You just need to watch the people getting into vicious ass brawls and slitting each other's throats and hacking
Yeah,
each other up with machetes and
you got a point. You
throwing
definitely got a
people
point.
off balconies. It's like
Yeah.
there are all sorts of deaths in this movie.
Oh yeah. Can we say gallons of blood? Really? Man. And that one guy, dude. Oh
wait,
hell no.
wait,
That
which
guy.
one?
Basically the bulldog. At the end. All I can say one word. Well, two words actually. Light tube.
Oh, God. Oh, that one.
Yeah. This motherfucker. He needs to go up against Ralph Macchio. That's all I got to say. Beat this motherfucker, Daniel, son.
Okay, so it didn't just take a light tube because his clock was still ticking after he got a light tube in the side of his neck. He gets a light tube in the side of his neck, and that's like his second win.
Yeah, it didn't make no damn sense because any normal person, you get a hold of that jugular, they're down for the count. He wouldn't stop. I'm like,
Oh no! Oh no!
hell?
And it took two people to put him down with a goddamn light tube in the side of his neck. And
To me,
they had
that was a little outlandish, but still,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was a
of
good
course.
fight scene.
oh, how much of this movie was outlandish?
Well,
There
you
was
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean.
outlandish stuff. All right.
It was still a good fight scene.
All right. Main dude chucking that guy off the balcony. And you think he's going to just plummet down. But no. He hits the fucking rail of the next floor down.
Oh yeah,
And
and
it's just like
just bent backward.
bent or like cracked.
I saw that shit, and the first thing out of my mouth, you didn't hear it, man. My mic was muted.
Like,
I was
your
like,
back
oh.
hurt. Your back hurt
I was
just
like-
watching that, right?
I was like, oh shit. It was just one of them things, bro. That it's like, damn. That's the first time I think I've seen that in a movie, something like that. You
Yeah,
see
I
people
don't
get
think I
thrown
saw
off
that.
and falling, but I ain't never seen nobody get just thrown and landed on the fucking rail or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like,
I was
what?
like, I could try to think back, but I don't think I could come up with any action movie death like that. Good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, wait, there was one now that I think about it.
Uh-oh.
Here's one that we should actually do. Punisher Warzone.
Oh, I'm not a Punisher fan at all.
You never saw Punisher Warzone?
I don't care for Punisher.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good action flick.
Honestly, as far as some of the earlier Marvel stuff, was never a big fan of it.
Uh-huh.
And I've never seen none of the Marvel Netflix shows, none of them. So it's
Well,
like,
For some reason, Punisher Warzone is kind of the least known Punisher movie, and in my opinion, it's actually the best one. It's a movie; it's not a TV show.
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about because I know they did a couple renditions of Punisher movies. It's just I never cared about it.
Well, there's a scene in Punisher Warzone where he throws this guy off the roof, and the guy kind of lands that way, but on a spiked fence.
Oh shit, he got the point.
Oh, he definitely did.
What about you, man? What did you like about this film?
I liked it from fucking beginning to end. Even the like you were saying, how you gotta have the slow dialogue parts, explaining stuff,
Right?
You gotta have that exposition, especially in a movie
Yeah.
like this. especially in a
Oh
movie
yeah.
like this, where
Right.
further,
Yeah. No doubt.
what I liked about the movie was that it did not build up 30 minutes before they went on this raid.
Well, actually, I was lost from the get go, man. I thought it was 40 floors. It was only 15. Uh, I'm like, okay.
All right. They said the building was 40 floors, but then the guy tells them that the final boss is on the 15th floor.
Yeah, but slasher, man. The beginning of the movie, they're looking at the building.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
40 floors.
Uh huh. Oh, what's up, Moira? How you doing?
Hey, Moira.
Oh,
Did the dogs?
they also had to like go down 2 floors.
Yeah, yeah. They kind of retreated and worked their way back up.
They took an axe to what they got to the 7th floor, was it? Before the alarm was hit. When did all right?
No,
Was it
no, 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 no,
fifth
no.
floor when the alarm was hit? Right.
Fourth or fifth floor, and that little kid hit the alarm.
Yeah, and that guy kills little kids.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's where we should have known where this guy was gonna be a problem, right? When he
You
killed
think?
that little kid, that's where we should have realized that guy was gonna be a problem.
Yeah, you would think so, right? We should have known that, but me personally, I was like, damn, this is a fucked up motherfucker.
Okay, so when the alarm is hit, oh my god, this was fucking hilarious. The alarm gets hit, and then all of a sudden, because this criminal kingpin, he has this building, and it's not just it's not just his gang. He has tenants living in the building, which is how they get into the building, right? Well, after they break into the building, one of the tenants of the building lets them onto the elevator. Right? Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Let him onto the elevator. I thought that was the dude they let go at the beginning with the
No, they
pills.
didn't let him go. He ran away from them because he was
Oh,
the
okay.
tenant. Remember, that he was the tenant who was bringing his wife. Was pregnant. His wife was pregnant too, something like that, or
Yeah,
she was sick. She was sick.
yeah, yeah. I understand. I know, but
Right.
towards the end of it, if I was reading that the end of it, where good guy bad shoots dude in the head, through that little speech or whatnot. I thought I saw him say something in there about that basically he wasn't the guy. Someone's watching. Someone's all you know. I caught the part where he said you were dead before you even came in here.
Yeah, he said someone made a phone call to him. Yeah.
Right, but the dude that got away and helped them out was standing there looking out the window, and that's when I said that's him.
Oh, the guy the one that
Mhm.
let them into the elevator because he was
Mhm.
okay. So he's also hiding them at one point.
Right. Yeah,
and
but you
crazy
understand what I'm saying. Now I'm
and
thinking, oh,
crazy machete guy. He's main guy
yeah,
is
yeah,
hiding
yeah,
in the wall, and crazy machete guy is stabbing the walls.
yeah. But still, he's still sitting there. That guy could have fucked him up from 7 ways from Sunday, but he didn't. Okay, he threatened him all afternoon long, but he didn't
Yeah,
touch him.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Something's telling me that after dude was running his mouth and everything was happening, and then it just cuts back to that guy looking out the window. He may have been the boss.
Oh, oh shit. That's wow. You just dropped a
Because
bomb on me.
why? Because think about it for a second. Why would they just cut back to some random
That's
tenant
true.
looking
Well,
out the window?
no, they would cut back to a random tenant because he's the one that let them in the building at first.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Um,
no, they let themselves in the building, but he's the one that let them onto the elevator.
and assisted him when they got to his apartment.
Yeah, he hid them. He
Yeah,
was hiding them.
yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It seemed,
But you
after
know what?
what they were going through to get upstairs to this, wherever they were going, whatever their target was.
Or
You know,
JJ, there is a raid too, so maybe we'll see if this dude is the fucking real kingpin of everything.
got a point there. Definitely got a point there. Mm. So, was there anything? I know you said you liked the movie. So did I, and I kind of voiced my opinions a little bit. Um, was there anything in the movie that you particularly didn't care for, you didn't like, you thought they could have done
I
without?
I thought that the whole fucking thing with the all right. So like I was saying, while they're in the truck in the beginning, and they're talking about the boss, and they say the boss has two. He has two goons, like two main men who who help him run his shit. He says one is the brains and one is Mad Dog. One is a Mad Dog. And he says the brains guy keeps Mad Dog in check at times. So one of the SWAT team and Mad Dog have a face off in the hallway. Mad Dog pulls the gun on SWAT team guy, and SWAT team guy has a knife. Mad Dog guy, he's just pointing the gun at him, makes him drop his knife, and then they go into the other room, and Mad Dog guy puts the gun down and decides to fist fight the other guy. See, I will say this though: at least Mad Dog guy killed the SWAT team guy doing that, because if he put his gun down and lost that fight, that just would have been outright stupidity.
Would have been like, you fucking idiot.
Exactly. Exactly. You get my point about that, right? What's up, Parrothead?
What's up, Airhead?
You get my point about that, though, right?
Yeah, that was like that's some
Yeah.
of the dumbest shit I've seen, man.
If
You
he
just
would
put your
at least he won the fight doing that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, motherfucker, you put your gun down and got your ass beat, then like, dumbass. But yeah, no, dude, Mad Dog, man, I'll tell you what.
That was also, I guess, them building him up to see how much of a badass fighter he was, because this motherfucker was a maniac at the end.
I guarantee you, what he was on was not adrenaline.
There was a lot of people in this movie that looked like they were on something. The Machete Gang.
There was some bunch of crackheads just running around. Oh, yeah. It was like fucking Resident Evil all over again.
Remember the Machete Gang that was wandering through the halls?
Fucking dumb shit, man.
Okay, all right. So that was the other thing I was trying to talk about. So when they hit the 5th floor, Big Boss comes over the intercom to everyone in the building.
Yep.
Regardless if they're gang members or tenants or not. And they say, if you kill this SWAT team, you get free rent forever. You live here forever.
Damn right, man. Because trust me, if that had been me,
you'd have been you'd have had the machine go down the hallway right away, right?
Damn right, because you look at them apartments, man. Them people wasn't living comfortably. Well, they were struggling.
Well, they also made that building look as dilapidated as all shit too.
Well, yeah, but still, them people were struggling. They were trying to get by the best way they knew how. If someone told me free rent, you better know it. I'm gonna try and get after some motherfuckers.
You're gonna get the machine gun.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I may not be able to afford it, but I'm gonna buy me a couple, a lot of ammo, and just wish me luck. I guess I don't
Right.
know.
So they get up to the fifth floor before the alarm is hit, and word gets back to the big boss because one little kid gets killed, another little kid witnesses the little kid getting killed, and then hits the alarm. So then the big boss gets on the thing. He's like, "I've alerted the neighbors,"
Okay.
and the neighbors come out, and the neighbors are
Fucking
snipers,
toad and sniper rifles,
and
dude.
then
I was like,
neighbors are snipers.
see,
They
I read that completely wrong. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. I understood that completely wrong. When you talking about the neighbors, I thought you were talking about the people in the apartment building, not the ones in the next building.
yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. But then you see these guys walking out and they got these fucking rifles and shit. And I'm like, oh, those neighbors. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I
Those some
understand now.
those are some very useful neighbors because they were murdering everybody outside.
Damn right.
So they take away their outside support.
Right. And
Their
even some of their
entire
interior, because that dude, all
yeah.
that dude did was look out the window.
Okay, but
Didn't
also
open
remember,
it, didn't do nothing. He didn't open
also
it or nothing.
remember what they do to the guys in the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know they handle all the outside, but even some of the inside, because like I said, that I don't know how many more they got off like that, but that one guy just walked up to the window, through the glass and all, boom,
Yep. Yep.
right through his eyeball.
All right. Well, that
Boom.
also like all right. First, we see the two snipers. We see them shoot out the window, but we don't see that the guys get hit. And then the second guy's about to shoot again, and the first guy tells him, "No, no, no, don't shoot him. Let him scream." So then
Oh,
that's
dude,
when the other
I
guy,
read.
yeah, he told the second dude, "Don't shoot him yet. Let him start screaming." So that's when the
Well,
other guy pokes his head out the window, and then
I
boom.
read that scene completely off because I thought he said no. You know, when he grabbed him before he fired, he goes no. I thought he said let them shoot first.
No, he said, "Let him scream," so that way other people would be like draw their attention to him.
Yeah, because I was thinking of it as a sniper. Let them fire. Give off their positions. That way you got targets. Um, yeah, I read that completely wrong.
Yeah, and once that dude put his head near the window, boom.
Down he went. I can honestly say he fell faster than a sack of potatoes.
But this is kind of like a video game. Like there's a lot of
It does seem kind of video game esque, doesn't it? Like something you would do in a game.
yeah.
It's almost kind of like I want to say Mortal Kombat / Call of Duty.
Or like if you run out of guns,
You run out of you run out of ammo, then you got to fight your way through it.
yeah, and then you gotta like have a knife or your fist.
Don't forget the all powerful machete.
Or a broken door. This fucking guy, he grabs this one dude that there's a broken door, and this guy grabs a dude by the head and like jumps backwards and slams this guy throat first onto the piece of broken door.
Dude, yes. I saw that shit. I'm like, what the hell was that? That was kind of cool looking. But, we can't forget the best part of it, because I was asking questions about it. I'm like, how the fuck you throwing propane into the fridge?
Oh yeah. Oh, and they put it right at the door. They put it right at the door while they're
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Why the hell is there? What was the point of grabbing a propane tank and putting it into the fridge? I'm like, do you want some cooled propane? What? I had no clue, man. But then when I saw the grenade, I'm like, okay, it makes sense because they used the fridge as a focus blast, no, to blow it outward.
Uh huh.
But it made
They did,
sense then,
they did a lot of cool shit in this movie, man.
Yeah, they did. They did absolutely. But yeah, man, I like that movie. Now I can't sit here and tell you that I would most likely watch it again because I'd really have to think about that. But as far as the story-driven action parts of the movie, the whole point behind the movie, it was a good movie.
All right.
Um,
Well, you said this was the first time you watched it. This is
right.
the second time I watched it, and I probably watched it like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little bit
Oh,
more
okay.
than that, for the first time. And I wanted to see it again, but I never had the chance. So thanks for doing it.
Hey, no problem, man. And like I said, man, you got basically 40 hours or a little more than 40 hours. You can watch it again if you want.
Yeah, cool.
Because until it's gone, it'll be, if you remember how to get there, it's in my movies. Be the first one there. Because that's where all the rentals end up. They're always in front of the line. But yeah, it was most of it. I can't say all of it, but most of it. I was just like, wow.
All right, but you know how you said Crawl was moving at a fast pace? This moved at a way faster pace than Crawl did.
Only because of the fighting, man. Because I had to really focus to keep up with the fighting. I'm like, who the fuck's kicking whose ass? Oh
No,
shit.
but the shooting. Oh, the shooting in the beginning. The first couple floors was shooting.
Well, it was kind of like Crow because remember in the beginning when they stormed the castle, they're shooting and
Oh
fighting, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
That's true. That's
you
true.
know, standing on the balcony waiting for them and
That
shit.
is
It's like,
true.
okay, this seems a little familiar. Um, make it Space Age. You might have had the same movie. Uh,
There probably is a space age version of this.
there's Space Age versions of every movie made. Just like there's probably westerns of damn near every movie made, or urban cop style movies that were made. There's all kinds of B and even the crappy cheesy ones, the C-rated films. All about, man. I'm not saying that's one of them, but there's always different styles of the same movie. Uh, I watch a channel on YouTube called What Culture Star Wars, and they released a video today of 9 different movies that wish they were Star Wars.
So wait,
Yeah,
what culture is? Yeah, they do a lot of different things, right?
yeah. But they also have a Star Wars channel,
They
and
started as a wrestling channel, I thought, right?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Are they British guys?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, they started as a wrestling channel.
they may still have the wrestling channel because
They
What
probably
Culture
do.
has different channels. I haven't went and looked, but I've heard them talk about it. Check out our other different channels. Some of them say we do this.
Uh huh.
But you know me, I'm so narrow-minded as far as everything goes. That, like, yeah, I'm good.
You're not as narrow-minded as you think.
Rewind that. I don't mean narrow-minded. I mean, as far as my entertainment goes, I have tunnel vision.
Okay.
Similarities but mean different things. Yes, I got it. Yeah, if you're not blowing stuff up, flying a fighter plane, something, um, action, just I usually look the other way. I'm not a big comedy fan. I like stand-up comedies. That's about it. But I do like.
There's no like straight up serious, just dialogue driven movie that you like though.
Mm, The only thing that I can come up with would be happen to be the Shawshank Redemption.
Okay. You know what? Still never saw that movie. I seen some of it. Never saw the whole thing.
Really,
Yep.
it's a very good movie. Very good movie. Um, it's story driven, dialogue driven. Um, not too much actiony stuff in it. It's a drama.
I know. I know what it is. Of course.
Well,
I just never. There's a lot of movies that I should have watched that I haven't watched. That's what I'm
same
saying.
here. Same here. Same here. Because I still get shit to this day because I've never seen Jaws.
You've never seen Jaws? Oh, all
No,
right.
no.
I won't fault you for that, but I'm also wondering because there was a time where Jaws was on television every fucking day, depending on what channel it was. Like
Mm-hmm.
Jaws would always be on at one point.
Yeah, I know, but a robotic shark didn't mean shit to me. Never did. It's just one of those types of movies that I could have cared less about. But with that being said, I did see and I actually liked The Abyss.
You know what? I've only seen that once.
I think that's an awesome movie for what it
I've
is.
only seen that movie once, and it was way, way after it was out in the theater.
Yeah, the director's cut is even better. It adds a little bit more to it around the end of it.
That's another one. I got to see that one again because I don't even remember what what I saw of it.
But then
Sometimes that shit happens when you see a movie once. Okay, I'll give you an example here. The Rocketeer. I seen The Rocketeer once. You know when that was? When it was in the theater.
You seen it one more time than I did. That ain't no joke, man. But yeah, there's a lot, because
Once is enough for the Rocketeer, is what Moira said. Oh, Jennifer Connelly looked good in it. You know, I'll say that much.
well, yeah, she did back then. Because wasn't Jennifer Connelly the one that was in Labyrinth?
Yes.
Yeah, she looked good back then.
But what? All right. I'm trying to think of movie. See, all right. We did Ninja Turtles last week. As much as I love that movie, I've only seen that movie like 3 or 4 times.
Seriously?
Yeah.
To me, that movie's like Star Wars, man. I've lost
count. Yeah. The first Ninja Turtle. Oh, okay, I've only seen that movie like 3 times.
First and second.
All right. See, never saw the second one.
Well, trust me, you'll like the first one better because
I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that second one.
Why? Because Vanilla Ice is in it. What?
It's gonna be rough. First of all, they couldn't even. I know this. All right, this is what made me not want to see it as a little kid. Hearing about it, you can't just put Bebop and Rocksteady in it. You have to make 2 different fucking characters instead of Bebop and Rocksteady. Just make Bebop and Rocksteady.
Well, because the movie had to do with the ooze, it made. I guess it made sense to the filmmakers to put Toka and Razor in it.
There was no need for that though, when you already have the rights to make Bebop and Rocksteady. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And first of all, did they even have Krang in the second one? Was Krang in the second? So then, what was the fucking point of that movie?
He wasn't in the third one either.
So what was the point of the rest of them? There was
no clue. I have no clue. The The third one they were trying to play off the video game. You
Oh,
know, the Turtles in Time
Turtles in
one.
Time.
Yeah, because they're the third one they're time traveling. So, and I only watched that one once, and that was enough. Um,
First of all, how are you gonna do 3 Ninja Turtle movies with the original movie properties and never involve Krang?
I have no clue. I don't. I honestly, I'm having a hard time remembering, but I don't even believe Bebop and Rocksteady appeared anywhere in the trilogy
So
ever.
it was all just useless.
Basically, the first two movies was, the story of how they became who they are. Because the second one's called The Secret of the Ooze, and it goes more in depth about the turtles and Splinter. But then Shredder gets a hold of this stuff because he's got people within the foot, everywhere. Uh, they actually get their hands on some of this ooze and, well, Topa and Razor. Uh, it made sense why Bebop and Rocksteady wasn't in it, but at the same time, they should have been in there in the beginning because, fucking Casey Jones was. Why not?
Well, also probably like they had all their money invested in the turtle costumes.
Most likely.
So
Most
like
likely.
they were like, we can't put any more money into Bebop and Rocksteady. I understand why they're not in the first one, is what I'm saying. I do understand why they're not in the first one.
Bruh.
But they didn't even introduce Krang in the fucking third one. The fuck are they
Yeah.
doing?
Dude, we're almost an hour into it. We're talking about Ninja Turtles. We're doing
Okay, so
something. We're doing something epically right. Um. Well, no, because uh, being just the two of us, maybe a little over an hour is what I was looking at
uh,
doing. We got to make up our minds what we're going to do next.
all right. Well, somehow I managed to pick the last 2 movies, and you picked the first movie. So now it's your turn.
Oh God, you're doing that to me. Okay. Don't tell me that because I might pick some whacked out shit. Like some fucking flash. Hey, I got it. I got it. I got the
Were
movie
you
right
about
here.
to say Flash Gordon?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah.
well, well, I also got Ice Pirates.
I'd say
So
go with Flash Gordon first.
okay, all right, we'll do Flash.
I don't think I'm ready for Ice Pirates just yet.
Oh come on, man! Ain't nobody. You ain't supposed to be ready for space movies.
Everyone keeps talking about Ice Pirates. I don't think I'm ready for it.
Wow.
I think I need to prepare myself for Ice Pirates. I already know what I'm getting into with Flash Gordon. I've seen Flash Gordon multiple times.
Hang on, let me look and see something real quick.
In fact, I think I've seen Flash Gordon as much as I've seen the first Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
About
once.
3 or 4. No, 3 or 4 times.
Oh, damn, they ain't a trailer for it. Shit. Oh well. I was kind of hoping they would would have had a trailer. Some of the movies on Voodoo have trailers for them because I went and watched the trailer for what we just watched Monday night. Um, but I also know okay. There's also YouTube.
Of Ice Pirates?
No, no, I'm looking for a trailer. Oh, okay. They do have a trailer. You're in luck.
Oh, you can't show it though, because you're gonna get shut
No,
down.
I'm not. I'm not going to show it now. I'll show it when we get done. I'm gonna hold you hostage, bitch. After we're done, I'm gonna show you this trailer. So, Flash Gordon, that's a good one. Got some good music. Pretty women. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. You sure?
Of course.
Uh, okay, all right. Just making sure, man. Just making sure.
It's got those really, really bad looking hawk people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the cheesiest,
Which was
cheesy
still
20s.
kind of cool. Which is still kind of cool for the time, though. As
The
bad as
the
it looked, it's still kind of cool.
and the cheesy, you know, Robin Hood people.
Yeah.
Uh, but dude, you gotta admit though, for the time,
Oh,
fucking
it was the shit.
the hot people city floating in space, man, with all the psychedelic colors as far as the sky goes. I thought that was some cool looking shit. And you know, when they fired them laser weapons, man, it almost sounded like a hybrid version of the Cobra blasters.
And would you ever be willing to watch the Raid 2, JJ?
Maybe,
Of course, right? Maybe. Get the fuck out of here
maybe,
with the maybe.
maybe. And I say maybe because
Are you
immediately,
serious? You
not
wouldn't want
immediately.
to see part 2 of this? Oh, not immediately. Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say you're
not
smoking. I
immediately.
was about to say you're smoking crack if you would like this one and don't want to see the second one. Like, come on, man.
The only crack I got is the crack of my ass. So you know, I ain't smoking it. I ain't about all that shit.
That
Literally,
all right, and also it was only made a couple years after, right? You said it was
2014.
2014.
Yeah, 14. Yep. Yeah, we got a lot of choices, man. I think we got enough movies to do until Christmas, but I ain't doing a fucking Christmas movie. If we're still doing this in December, I ain't doing a fucking Christmas movie.
Not Gremlins.
None, that's not a Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Okay, this argument's been going on for a while now on several different
Okay,
stations. Uh,
Gizmo is a Christmas present. Boom, automatic Christmas movie.
oh wait a minute, that was with Mikey. Yeah, Mikey got into that shit the other night after you left, and I think after we quit, he was asking about Christmas movies and shit. And I understood where Mikey was coming from because I'm gonna go ahead and use Die Hard as the example. Um, the
I I
movie,
I I'm in
the
the boat.
movie.
I'm in the boat that it's a Christmas movie.
Mm, Die Hard isn't, and I'll explain why.
I know everyone has their explanations why.
But listen, this one makes sense. Just stop and think about it for a moment. Every Christmas movie you've ever seen, of course, Christmas is in it. That's a given. But the storyline normally has something to do with Christmas. Okay? In Die Hard, yeah, it was Christmas time during the movie, but the storyline had nothing to do with Christmas.
All right. I know what you're saying there, but the fact that he was there for Christmas vacation,
They
he
ain't
was
got nothing to
there.
do with it.
No, I think
He
it's
ended,
that's I'm saying I'm in the boat where I say it does. I'm in the boat where I say that automatically makes it a Christmas. There's so many Christmas references in the movie too. Come on.
but Christmas has nothing to do with the story.
Okay, what do you say is more of a Christmas movie, Gremlins or Die Hard?
I don't think either of them is a Christmas movie, but if I had to pick the lesser of two evils, it would have to be Gremlins because yeah, he's there to see his wife and kid and uh, or ex-wife and kid, however it worked.
All
but
right, so
he ended up having to fight terrorists out of the Nakatomi Plaza.
exactly. But I'm saying like, all right, same thing with Gremlins. It's like he had to fight off a bunch of little monsters. It's like, but the fact
That were
that
spawned out of a Christmas gift.
Gizmo was a Christmas gift. That's why I'm dead set that Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
That's why I have that mentality.
Yeah. And I ain't got no problem with that, man. To me, I gotta be logical about everything. You know, if I just jump right into a decision, most of the time it's usually the wrong one. Uh, that's why I have to stop and think about this shit. And trust me, guys.
Everyone has different logic, though, right?
Yeah. But trust me, guys. All I have is time to think. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I don't see them as Christmas films, and I know some people do. You being one of them. But
Well,
you
it's
know,
not like I see them mostly as Christmas because Die Hard #1 overall is an action film. Gremlins #1 overall is like I guess you could call it a monster movie. It's not a
comedic,
horror movie as much as it is a monster movie.
mischief, comedic mischief, or something.
Yeah,
To
but
that
they're
effect.
little gremlins are little monsters.
You really wanted to get, you know, go that far deep with it. It also is kind of a horror movie, you know,
Dark
without it being.
comedy. Yeah, it's like a dark comedy.
Okay, yeah, because it's not. It don't get that bloody. So,
No,
but you
but
do have
they
these
do
little
fuck
dicks
people
running
up.
around.
They send that old bitch right out the fucking window in her fucking in her staircase. They send her launching out the window. And then you know what though? Like as a moviegoer, you're kind of like good because she was trying to get the dog put down in the beginning. It's kind of like you're like, you know what? Good job, Gremlins.
Way to go, grandmas! What the fuck is this?
That old bitch was nasty.
You think? What the fuck is this? Nindroid, you gonna post a picture? Make sure it's not blurry. Anyway. Oh, I know what he's doing. Okay. I see what he did. Never mind. Um uh Pardon me. So, anything else you want to talk about with this movie? Any other any other mentions?
I think this has rewatchability.
Okay.
Like I said, even if you're the type of person who isn't into like story or anything, like, or you don't want to read subtitles, don't read the subtitles. Just watch all the insane
Yeah,
shit that goes on in this movie.
that's what I did the majority of the time. Every once in a while, you know, during the slow part, I try to read a little bit, but you know, there were few and far between. So I was just paying attention to what the fuck was going on. A lot of ass beating, a lot of guns shooting, a lot of machete wielding.
A lot of
And
machetes. There's a point where it's like everyone has a machete. It seems.
there at one point, I was waiting for Danny Trejo to come out from somewhere. Fucking machete himself, you know. But yeah, man, it didn't make no sense to me why they weren't picking up no weapons.
Why didn't they think about it? They should have thought about it at one point, right?
Yeah, but those guys went in there well armed. Okay, there is no way between the first 4 floors that they ran out of ammo.
Dude, they had them pinned down at that one point when they were at the balcony, and that was like, holy shit, that seemed like a 10-minute scene. It may not have been 10 minutes, but it felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but all these guys that they were killing, all these guys that they were killing.
JJ, did you ever see Heat?
with De Niro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. De Niro, Kilmer, uh,
yeah. Pacino.
Pacino.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I saw it.
Do you remember that scene? Not at the very end, but what built up to the end with the robbery, and it seemed like
Yeah,
20 minutes of blasting away in the street.
yeah, yeah. But then I know what you were talking about. You talking about when they were dancing around the fucking air ducts and shit out in the fucking into the airfield uh, at the airport. That was at the very end of the movie.
No, I'm
Um,
talking about the robbery at the end where
the
they
actual
don't make
robbery.
it out.
Yeah,
They don't make it out fast, and they're getting into a fucking huge gunfight in the street.
yeah, yeah.
That shit seemed to
Everybody,
take like 20 minutes in that movie.
yeah, everybody gets killed, but De Niro, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I know. When you mention it, I remember it because it was right before the infamous airport scene in between Pacino and De
Yeah,
Niro.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a good movie too. It kept me on the edge of my seat a little bit, and I thought it wouldn't because my first ex-wife wanted to watch it, so I went and rented it for us, and we sat down and we started watching it. I got into it.
Oh, I saw that with my dad in the theater. I thought it could have been better. It was good. I just thought it could have been better. Probably a little bit shorter. It's a little long.
Definitely shorter. It was a long movie. Um, let's take a look. It was definitely a long movie. Uh, it was almost 3 hours.
Yep. Yeah, it sure felt like it.
9 minutes shy of 3 hours. 171 minutes. Yeah, that
It
was
sure
I think one of the
sure did feel
longest
like it.
films I sat through. I'm like, yo, is this thing over with yet?
I saw this in the movies.
What?
It's good though.
There is a Heat Director's Definitive Edition.
Oh my god. What is that shit
But
like? Fucking
but
4.5 hours?
no, dude, it's 1 minute less.
What? What?
Heat is 171, dude. This
Okay.
one, this Director's Definitive Edition is 170 minutes.
Okay. So now this conversation has come full circle, JJ, because the Raid Redemption theater cut is the same as
Yeah,
as the unrated
yeah,
version. This
yeah. I'm like,
conversation has come
what
full
the?
circle.
This is fucking stupid. How is that even possible? I thought you were supposed to add extra shit and stuff like that. Because with Heat, man, they're talking about definitive director's cut, blah blah blah. Man, it better be at least an extra 15
You would
minutes to
think
it.
there would be like extra 20 or so, right?
Yeah, something to that effect, man. Because look at the fucking Lord of the Rings, man. Each of the director's cuts of those movies, the extended editions of those movies, are 3.5, 3:45. The third one, The
You know,
Return of the King, is almost 4 hours.
I have never sat through a Lord of the Rings movie.
Dude, they're good movies, but we can't watch the ones I got because if we do, we're going to have to be starting a lot earlier. Because, like I said,
All right, it's not like I would, but it's not like I want to. It's not like I'm requesting.
all right, check this out, man. When these movies first came out in the theaters, I could have cared less about it. I really could have. It was like Lord of the Rings, whatever. Kind of like Harry Potter. I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Both my stepkids lived with me and my ex-wife at one point, and I had my computer desk separating the dining room and the living room, so I was sitting right there at my computer. I just happened to peek around the monitor a little bit. I'm like, "What are you watching?" He goes, "Oh, this is Lord of the Rings." I'm like, "Really?" And I started watching it, and it was the second one. And I started watching some of it, and I'm like, "Man, this is looking pretty cool." I ended up turning my computer off and finished watching it. And then I had to go back and watch the first one, and then I had to watch the third one. I'm like, "Man, this shit looks tight." I liked it,
I'm not
and I
saying
was
I'm
I
not
was
saying I would
not
hate the
looking.
movies. I'm not saying I would hate the movies. I'm just saying I've never watched them.
Yeah, they're visually beautiful for what they are. The story, I guess, is pretty on point. I've never read the books, so just like Marvel movies, man. The Lord of the Rings movies are my books.
I do remember the old school cartoons though.
Dude, I just got through not 3 months ago watching the original Lord of the Rings. No, the
The
Hobbit
car-
movie. The Hobbit movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The cartoons, you mean, right?
Yeah, the Hobbit movie,
The
the
old
cartoon
school.
Hobbit movie.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and that particular one was the first and second Hobbit movie into one. Um, they never really put the Return of the King, or no. Let me rephrase that. Um, the Battle of the Five Armies, so to speak. They did, but they didn't. It was kind of weird watching it because I saw it as a kid and I loved it. Which kind of throws me off a little bit. When I said I had no want to watch these Lord of the Rings movies.
Me
Um,
neither.
but after I saw them, man, the Hobbit movies came out. I seen every one of those. Um, I don't know. A lot of people didn't like them, but I did. Like I said, I never read the books. This shit is my movies. Um, but anyway, anything else you got to add to that, Slasher?
No,
Okay.
no. I like this movie, and I definitely, I'd recommend it to people who like action movies.
Some good,
I
strong, some good, strong action, fighting, gun shooting, all kinds of good stuff. It's
and,
got it's got a lot of different flavors to it.
and what little bit of story there is in it, it's a pretty good story.
I couldn't tell. I only read part of it. I think I read maybe, I don't know, not even a quarter of the subtitles. So I don't even know. Really, still don't know what the story's about. Maybe I have to go back and watch it again
So
just to
JJ,
read it.
so you're
Just
gonna
to
wrap
read it.
this? You're gonna wrap this up now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. We've been going for 108. The only thing we can do is keep tangenting off about other movies. I
All
think
right.
we,
Well,
I think we've come to the
how about
conclusion
how about
that we're
this,
doing.
JJ?
All right.
I'll start up a stream. If you're willing to stick around, you want to end
Well,
this right now? I'll start up a stream.
that's solely up to you, bro. If you want to
Yep.
do that, then it's solely
Yep.
up to you.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Send out some invites, see who shows up.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. With that being said, I want to thank everybody that popped in tonight. Uh, Moira, of course, Parrot Head, Austinator, Truth Apocalypse. Thanks, guys, for popping in, man. It's greatly appreciated. And next week we're doing Flash Gordon, so come back and check that out.
Ah, savior of the universe. Dun 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 dun. Oh wait. All right. If I make the noises, am I gonna get you a copyright strike? I
I
guess.
don't know because it is Queen. There's just some bands you don't do that shit with.
Yeah. Exactly. It's
But
like
anyway,
if I try to sing a Metallica song right now.
oh God, no! Please don't.
All right, Ulrich will send in the fucking raid team, the raid redemption team, to come into your fucking house right now.
You know, I've always said this, man. You know, my life's an open book. You know, I I don't care if you find me or not. You know, because you know you may uh, you may knock on the door, but you're not going to walk away, you know, unscathed, right? I don't know, man. You send that raid team in, I'd be like, all right, fuck it, you got me.
You're not ready to get into kung fu fights if you run out of ammo.
Nah,
Right?
I even got a sword over there, man, but I don't know how to use that shit. I could stab. That's about it, man. I don't know how to sword fight or nothing. It'll scare the fuck out of you, but you know, if someone comes knocking up, like, I'm like, yo, it's all cool, bro. Want to smoke a bowl first? Because you know, why not? um, but yeah, man, Flash Gordon, man, I can't wait. I actually like that movie, um, quite a bit, quite a bit. You know, I'm
Uh,
always
that's a movie I end up like. For some reason, end up seeing it like once or twice a decade since I've seen it.
I don't know, dude. I'll watch it once a year.
No, it's just not even a movie I watch on purpose. It's like somehow I end up.
No, I own the
Yeah, yeah.
motherfucker, dude. That's what I'm
Have you
saying.
ever
I watch it once a year.
have you ever had a movie though like you end up seeing more than once, but it's not like your own doing? It's because you go to somebody's house and the movie's on.
No,
No, you never had that. Even back in
no,
the day, you never had that.
no, no. Every movie I've ever watched is because I wanted to. Even if I went to somebody's house, I'm like, "Yo, man, you said you had such and such cake. Can we watch that?" You know, it's always because I wanted to. There's
I
been
mean,
very
like
few times.
you never had a thing where like you're hanging out with a bunch of friends in a
No,
living room, getting stoned or
no,
drunk or whatever, and there's a movie on the TV.
no.
Oh, okay.
Not that I can remember because you know I would be stoned at the time anyway. Um, give me just a second. I had to plug my headset in and it was dying. Uh, it's not wireless now, but yeah, Flash Gordon next week, guys. Uh, come by and check it out. Slasher, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man, for
Yeah,
having me,
no problem, man. No problem. And
and thanks for
come
hanging
back.
out. Thanks for hanging out with me in general, and thanks for. I never met you in person, but uh, you're a pretty goddamn good friend to me. So I like that.
Hey,
So
hey, I'm the same. Hey,
I appreciate that very much, man.
I'm the same person in person as I am right here, right now, man. There ain't no difference.
I just hope that that you know that
It's all cool, bro. It's all cool. It's all cool. You know. But you know, the movies will be a little bit more interesting and maybe diverse in the upcoming weeks. You know, because we don't talk about these things, man. You hear us right here, right now. You know, we're talking about what we're going to do next. Uh, I, 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 I don't know if keeping it a secret is the way to go, or announcing it. But for right now, we're just going to keep talking about it because both of us like old school media, and it's just it's cool to be able to hang out with somebody and watch it and talk about it. So,
yeah, you're the man,
so
JJ.
with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Come back over to Slashers here in a little bit. We'll probably be going about some other dumb shit. You never know. Say goodnight, my friend.
Good night, my friend.
Good job.
Now buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!